I'm really proud that you're here. You are the best of the best. We can talk about the greatest generation. I think it's those of you sitting out in the chairs right now.
I want to challenge you to reaffirm your convictions as citizens, always keeping in mind the YMCA core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility.
YMCA Youth Government is a chance for kids all over the state of Idaho to come together and simulate the legislative, executive, and judicial experience. They're learning about all kinds of different levels of government. They're acting out, they're in the real seats, they're in the real chambers, they're in the real rooms, and getting a real hands-eye, first-person look at how government works. They've been working with their advisors for many months, writing bills, preparing cases, and each has a part to play here to learn more about how our Idaho government works.
How do you suggest we mitigate that in terms of making sure that every allotted time slot stays that way?
From a small town like Oakley, Idaho, to coming up here to Boise and understanding this political system, so much changes.
We will proceed to the next House Bill, HB 201218 by Grangeville High School.
It's been really exciting. Honestly, the best thing is I was chosen as a committee chair, and I really, as a junior, I haven't taken government or anything of that sort, so I wasn't aware of parliamentary procedure. So I was really nervous about that, but everyone was just so kind about it, and I got corrected, obviously, but everyone was so friendly, and I didn't really mind, and it was a really good learning experience.
So I think that this bill all around should get a do pass recommendation.
Last year I was in co-counsel, which was my first year here at Youth Ledge, and I won the case. And this year I ran at the regionals for the position of Chief Justice-elect because it was offered. The positions rotate to different regions. And I thought that I'd run for Chief Justice-elect, and I was glad to find out that people have put their trust in me to do those duties.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm.
So we start typically in the fall or early months of the school year getting ready for regional conferences. Students attend regional workshops so that they can run for various positions throughout the state. We have different regions that do that, and we break up those different positions, and kids will practice and compete for moot court qualifying rounds and host their elections at their home schools. And then once positions are decided, advisors will work with other kids and gather other volunteers to be the other positions that weren't chosen, and then start writing bills and practicing and preparing before they get here.
McBride. Here, you're actually experiencing it. You're getting to understand more of what goes on, and so it's really cool from just doing the cases, doing co-counsel and all that, and to coming here and seeing how bills are passed between the Senate and the House, and then when it comes to my desk as governor, I get to either veto those bills or, pass them on. And later this afternoon, I have to pass a constitution for what is going to be college YMCA, college youth government, to where instead of in high school we do it on a state level, but for college it's going to be on a national level. So you're talking like, president, vice president.
So all those in favor of sending it to the floor?
I'll send it to the floor.
Send it to the floor.
I think they're going to have an appreciation, if anything, of how the system works a lot more after walking through it and experiencing very closely what it actually looks like in the real world.
So these officers would actually make less money even in this downturned economy?
Many of the bills were very realistic. We started off with a nuclear power bill, and then we went all the way to ride your exotic animal to work day. So it was just really interesting to learn the procedure with such realistic and funny bills.
We actually got to see an actual appellate case in the Supreme Court building with 3 justices presiding, and it was a really neat experience watching that.
I'm a product of youth government. I'm an alumni. I came when I was a student I teach at my alma mater, and I'm an alumni for youth government from my school. I worked at Worth Youth Government when I was a political science major, and now as an advisor. So youth government's been in my blood for 16 years, and I think that's the impact. I think it shows the impact that this program has on students, that it's something that they can carry with them into their adult life, and obviously and be an integral part of who they are.
Ms. Pratt, what would the fiscal impact be for this bill?
So many students that come here and they get a chance to do something maybe that they've never done before, and because everybody has a role to play, they get a chance to shine. And I think of a girl, I believe her name was Mariah, I don't think I'll ever forget her name, not one of my students several years ago, a house page, and she received an overwhelming amount of applause when she won the Outstanding Page Award. Not the statesman, not the lobbyist, but just this outstanding young woman who was an assistant to all the representatives. And I think that was one of the best moments in youth government. I think that was about 3 or 4 years ago. And just the fact that I don't think that moment, she will ever forget that moment, that recognition, and everyone has a chance for that here.
Many of us, it's our, 4th time or 3rd time come back, and for a lot of people it's, their 2nd or their 1st, you really don't know, but there are so many kids here that are going to just have a huge learning experience. And for them to come during the 75th year, it's quite amazing.
It's been a great experience. I think it gives me, a unique advantage with my students to be able to really walk them through the program and get a really understanding of how it works. But it's also been fun to see how the program has been made better each and every year, and my time on the board has been a wonderful experience as well, to really get to be in the trench works of making this a great program for students so that they have an excellent experience. And so I'm really proud of all the work. I'm really proud of the YMCA and hope that we have another 75 years of youth government.
It's kind of fun to be part of a legacy like that, 75 years and counting. So yeah, I think it's awesome.